अटेंडेंस को वापस भेजना पड़ेगा।
बेटी को कैसा है?
अभी कोई तो दिख भी नहीं रहा है मुझे, तो हम लोग भी दिख रहे हैं 3 लोग।
कोई दूसरा कोई ज्वाइनिंग ही नहीं हो रहा है।
राजीव से ज्वाइन हो।
प्रकाश भाई ऑडिबल?
Yes,
Right?
audible.
ऑडिबल? प्रफुल्ल भाई आप हो?
Yeah, he's
Yes,
also.
I can hear.
So,
But I don't see any other participants. Are they there?
maybe other participants will join because they were all on the earlier link. So we'll have to close that session and we'll have to come here again. There are no participants in this session yet. Prakash bhai?
Yeah, now I see joining. People are joining.
Yes,
people are
some of them
joining.
have started joining just now. I'll share the link on the group right now. So even on WhatsApp also, people can join because maybe many of them have not received the mails because they joined much late. I'll send them on individual mails or individual WhatsApp also. You bhai, are you there? Just clear some because many of them are still on the earlier webinar on the link. So I'll send the messages to all.
But you should if you end that webinar.
We'll have to end that session. That's why I'm talking to Prakash. I'll ask him to end this session, earlier session.
એક બે મિનિટ ચાલે છે.
અવાજ આ રહ્યો સર?
હવે આવી ગયું
તમારો પણ આવી ગયો પણ તમારો અવાજ નથી આવતો.
અહીંથી બોલી નાખીએ ને બીજું શું કરીએ.
મારો બી અવાજ કેમ નથી આવતો? હેલો,
વિપુલ તમને અવાજ આવી રહ્યો છે મારો?
यस प्रकाश can hear.
મોબાઈલમાં આવ્યો
अच्छा मेरा आवाज आ रहा है सर?
आ रहा है.
ओके ओके
ચાલુ થઈ ગયું. ઓકે હવે તમારો હવે બધા થઈ ગયા આના પર કનેક્ટેડ એવરીબડી. હા હું જોઈન હા હવે જોઈન. સ્ટાર્ટ કરું?
સ્ટુડન્ટ આઈડી આપું છું ને.
એક મિનિટ સ્ટાર્ટ કરું કે
પાર્ટિસિપેશન બધા જોઈન નથી થઈ એકવાર જોઈ લે પછી સ્ટાર્ટ કરો.
એક બે મિનિટ આવ્યું કારણ એક મિનિટ
પાર્ટિસિપેશન ઓછા જોઈન ગયા છે.
પાર્ટિસિપેશન હમણાં ઓછા છે जरा 1 सेकंड में 1 मिनिट हजू रुकी जाइए.
તને લિંક આપું કોપી કરવા ઓપન કર ફટાફટ તે કે ખાલી જોઈ લે એકવાર.
વિપુલ
ભાઈ,
ભાઈ લિંક ઓપન થઈ છે કે તમારે ત્યાં?
ઈ જ જોઈ લે. એક મિનિટ.
विपुल भाई आपका
હા ચાલો
आवाज नहीं आ
સમજો
रहा है।
You tell me the
અવાજ
next
આવે
step.
છે કે તું જોઈન કરા કાઈ પણ નામ નાખવા ટેમ્પરરી. આ જો આ બધા આવી ગયા છે અવાજ હવે કૌશિક સરનો નથી આવતો અમિતભાઈ નો આવી ગયો છે
કૌશિકભાઈ નો અવાજ નથી
આ
આવ્યો.
મારો પણ જઈ રહ્યો છે વિપુલ સર તમે કઈ બોલો યસ
विपुल
યસ
भाई
તમે
का
होता
आवाज नहीं
है
आ रहा है।
आवाज कौशिक भाई आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा है.
आ रहा है क्या अभी आवाज?
आ रहा है आ रहा है आ रहा है।
हाँ अभी आया है.
हाँ बोलेगा नहीं तो कैसे आएगा ये आवाज?
જોઈન થયું રોમે ભાઈ રાજ
Just a minute. It's almost ready.
का नहीं आ रहा है.
विपुल भाई का नहीं आ रहा है।
ठीक है हाँ कौशिक ने देखा नहीं थी रुपेश.
કૌશિક સરને ફોન કરો
ठीक है जरा.
સેશન તો સ્ટાર્ટ થઈ ગયું છે આપણું.
સ્ટાર્ટ કરીએ કે
હા પણ પાર્ટિસિપેશન
કેટલા થયા છે?
16 જ થયા છે સુધી એટલે ઉભા રહેવાનું કહ્યું છે બાકી કઈ રેડી છે આપણું બધું
16 17 18 18 participants જ છે. So just a minute we'll wait. हेलो हाँ
અહીંયા તો દેખાય છે સર
इनवैलिड लिंक अपना इनवैलिड लिंक આવી રહી છે બધાને.
હેલો
गुप्ता जी आपको आवाज आ रहा है मेरा? गुप्ता जी
ये
आपको आवाज आ रहा है ना मेरा?
हाँ, आ रहा है ना.
यस यस ओके.
आप स्क्रीन शेयर कर दो ना सर
आपका स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं हुआ है आपका गुप्ता जी.
करो ना.
34 पार्टिसिपेशन हो गया अभी तक. We'll extend the session.
Can you view my screen?
Yes, sir.
रिकॉर्डिंग हो रहा है ना?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. हो रहा है recording.
Very. Could we start?
Yes.
How many parties? We have got almost 42 participation right now, so we'll start the session right away.
Okay.
Okay. Good afternoon, friends, and welcome everybody on today's Saturday afternoon. I welcome you all on behalf of Current Study Circle to present today another important session on practical application of Excel. Friends, we all know the importance of Excel and needs for elaboration. These days, we all deal with voluminous data and complex reports and analysis based on these data. Thus, mastering of Excel has become imperative for all of us. We need to keep updated ourselves and be apt in using all the functions and formulas in Excel. Last Saturday, we had done the session on recent development in professional ethics and preparation of specific reports and certificates. And today, Team KCP is presenting another important, interesting session. And with this big participation of yours, it pumps us to give more practical, value-added sessions for all the professional members. Friends, today we have invited session speaker Shri C.A. Praful Gupta ji to provide us guidance on this subject and share with us some distinct functions and formulas and their practical application. We have listed about 23 important functions and formulas for today's session, followed by Q&A session to be taken up after the session. I am sure this session will be very useful and shall be value added for all of us. Before we commence our session, I would like to welcome our guest of the day, immediate past chairman of Kalyan Dombivli branch, C.A. Kaushik Gada, and now I request him to provide his views and experience on this subject. Over to you, Kaushik ji, please.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Rajiv. Thank you for inviting me for this session. And definitely, first of all, congratulations, Kalyan CP, for having this wonderful series of sessions. And it's a really great moment, where the speaker himself is from the hometown. Okay, it's is from here. So we have during the past also we had these sessions, and which are very helpful for many members. And as we said, the technology is बैठे बहुत सारे attend कर पा रहे हैं, but we have seen the practical live challenges the technology face right now. ये link नहीं चलता है, वो नहीं करता. It's part and parcel of the technology snack that which happening. So ये जो Excel जो topic है, and the topics which I think the formulas which Praful is using definitely will help all the members in their practical lives while doing the data analytics and everything. And I see Excel ke bina, I think so life is with Excel. We cannot think of a professional life without Excel. So this is very helpful session, and I hope this will be a great learnings for all of you. And we are at branch also, we are trying so many sessions on technology. And going forward, as we had already said, बहुत सारा opportunities है जो normal practice में जो चल रहा है, tax audit and everything, which may come out of practice. So we are planning for some certificate courses on new topics which the institute has launched. And also I would request if members to log into the website of the institute and check the sessions which are there on online sessions. Data analytics के ऊपर 3 days का sessions है, data validation 3 hours का, maybe 3 days का session है. So that is also very helpful for members. And the new topic which the institute is coming up with certificate course is sustainability reporting and the social stock exchange, which again is a new opportunity for all the members. I would request to please explore these areas of practice for all the members. And maybe in coming months we'll be having certificate courses on forensic audit and DISA physical sessions. The emotional touch and everything, online pay, it is not practically possible now to have all the sessions here, but then now the institute also has given guidelines कि physical sessions more ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा होना चाहिए so that interactions and networking happens. So all the certificate courses will definitely happen physically going forward. So again, wishing all of you a very happy learning, and thank you, Rajiv, for inviting me again, for giving this opportunity to share my thoughts with all the members. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kaushik, for your very valuable views on the subject. Now I request our session coordinator, C. Amit Chandras, to briefly introduce our second session speaker. Over to you, Amit, please.
Thank you, Rajaji. It's my privilege to introduce Praful, who is friend and also colleague now. And I will just briefly introduce Praful here. So Praful Gupta, CA Praful Gupta is a fellow chartered accountant and cost accountant with total experience of more than 17 years post-qualification. He has expertise in audit and assurance services, CFO services, Excel Word training, corporate support services, valuation and strategy services, tax advisory. He has been assisting corporate clients, startups, MSMEs to make robust business plans, dashboard to assist them in decision making on cash flows, operations, pricing, funding, etc. He believes that learning is never ending, and he has been learning and applying advanced Excel skills by himself for the past 22 years. He has inclination towards making process easy for his clients by using his advanced Excel skills, MS Access, Google Sheets, including other softwares. Some of his achievements includes simplifying consolidation of 14 companies at 3 levels of consolidation, reducing time taken from 2 to 3 days to half a day job using macros, help a client with a specific need of generating receivable outstanding statements using MS Access, MS Excel, and sending it to customers directly, live dashboards for clients in Google Sheets to assist in quick decision making, automating the process of MIS business plans update based on the actual updates, setting up the systems to fix the project pricing by using the fixed cost and variable cost. So there are many, but I would without taking much time, I would now hand over to Praful, and then we are very excited to go through this session. Over to you, Praful. Thank you.
Thanks, Amit. Thanks, Kalyan, CP Circle, Vipul Bhai, Rajiv Bhai, Prakash Bhai, Kaushik, for letting me speak in this topic. It has been close to my heart since many years, since I was in college, and I have been learning by myself or watching videos with new things coming up every day. And Excel, as rightly said by Kaushik, is a daily part of our life. Around 80% of the time we spend in front of Excel only. So making it easier working on the files and just making the process easy is the first target what I see when I'm doing something, or if I'm making some models for my clients so that they can work on it very easily. So thanks. If I can start the session. I will just start it. Vipul Bhai, can I start?
Just yes, Praful Bhai.
So topics are limited. I have just kept it what I think is day in day out use for us. Specifically, there are, if you see Excel, it's very vast. Even I have not learned everything till now. So it's more of practice when you start using Excel. I can tell you a lot of formulas, but unless you apply, it never works. So I'll just show you some of the formulas which I think it's uses. Then we can take up queries by formulas one by one, or at the end as the time permits. So I'll be starting with VLOOKUP, which we all are using on a day-to-day basis. The first formula, VLOOKUP, is nothing but a vertical lookup. It means we are searching for a data in a vast sheet. Here I have just presented a small table, but imagine it's a very big sheet and we are searching for some of the data. So here, if I want to search a value for a bill invoice which I have raised in, say, whatever, I have the bill number, I just want to check what was the value of that invoice. So with the help of VLOOKUP, I can do that. First thing I'll just show you what we are using it normally. And then again, I'll just introduce one thing, which is a naming of the ranges. I am not sure whether many of us are using or not. So VLOOKUP typically we use is equal to VLOOKUP. You see this down text, this is known as syntax. So this is basically a rule for writing this formula. If you see, the first thing they are asking is lookup value, which is nothing but what I am looking for. So I'm searching for a bill number and what is the sales amount against that bill. So I have to either input here, or I can just give a reference to a cell. Here I have created a cell which is for filling up the invoice number, or you can say bill number. So which is I4 cell. Then next is you have to separate that by a comma. So I'm just putting a comma. Then it's asking me a table array. So one way of doing it is selecting the data is from A4 to C9. But we should remember always, if it's a multiple rows, if you are going to copy the formula, it's very important to freeze it. So here if you see A4 and C19 is not freezed. Freezing means putting a $sign behind your row number and your column number. So row is typically 4 and 19 and column is A and C. So for freezing, there are two options. Either I manually put my $sign against all the rows and columns. There is a shortcut using F4 key. So by pressing F4, you can get many, you can see it's changing. If I press once, it's freezing the entire cell. Second time, it's freezing only the row. Third time, it's freezing the column. And fourth time, it's for the original A4. So I want to freeze the entire cell, both the cell. Basically, I'm freezing the entire data. Then next is comma column number. It's asking me a column number. So what I want to search in this, I want to search is sales value. So sales value, if you have to do it from start, it's column number 1, 2, and 3. So it's A, B, C. C is the third column in this array. Array is nothing but our selected area. So I'll just put 3. And comma, I want an exact match, not an approximate match. So I will just say 0, or you can say false. Close the bracket. It's giving me a error because I have not put any bill number here. If I put a bill number, it should give me the data for that bill number. So if I'm putting say 7, so it's reflecting the value 1761, which is for the bill number 7. So important is if I want to find anything from another table into this table, I can do that as do a VLOOKUP in if you're working on a very big sheets and you want to pull the data from another table to a set of tables. Now here important thing is this range. I wanted to share this. If I want to name this range, naming this range will help you to not to remember or your formula. You won't get an error at any point of time. So how can you name the range is a simple thing. I have to just select the data. Just click on this name box. Just type whatever you want. You want say name is invoices. I have named this range as invoices. I just press enter. If I click on any other place on this sheet, if I go and drop down here, I have a table which says it is invoices. So it gives me a range. So another way of writing this formula VLOOKUP is after you have named the range, you can again write VLOOKUP, press a tab. What is your lookup value is I4, press comma. Instead of giving the array, you can just write the name of the table. You see, you get the name of the range. Invoices, just press a tab. It will reflect the entire table. Press comma. What I'm looking for is the third row, third column again. So it is third, comma 0, close the bracket. So how this framing the ranges helps in lot of formulas, whatever you're using. It could be sum if count if, any of the formulas. It will be a H lookup, P lookup, X lookup, anyway. This is a very important thing, naming a range. Next, I want to tell you is next formula, which is nothing but H lookup. So in VLOOKUP, we found out that we are looking a vertically a cell. And importance is always keeping the data which we want at the first cell. Similar ways in HLOOKUP, we are looking the data horizontally. So if this is my data, this is a say, summary of a financial of a company, and looking for a specific data for specific financial year. So what I will do is horizontal lookup is same thing. If you want, you can name the range. If you want to name the range, or you can just type the formula is H lookup, which is horizontal lookup. Again, same thing, a lookup value, which is say L7. I'm looking for, comma, what is the table array? It starts from financial year till the end of FY24 profit and loss account balance, which is C5 to H11. I'm freezing this data by F4 key. Again, comma, what is the value? I want to look for the sales or cost of goods sold. Say the cost of goods sold is row number 3. So I'll just say 3, comma 0, and close the brackets. If I do this, I am getting a value of 1105 in COGS value. If I want to change the year, I can just type FY23. It's giving a new value of 1037, which is say G7. You can see the value, or FY20. It's 1009. This is how you can use VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP, which is vertical and horizontal. If you have any questions, and if you're practicing along with me, please ask me a question, then, or else I can move forward. Bye.
Participants can mute or unmute themselves. Prakash bhai?
So far, no queries come from any attendees. I think we can take a recap at the end, if need be.
No problem. Shall I continue?
Continue.
Okay. So next formula in our list is index and match. So what we saw in vertical lookup or horizontal lookup, which is VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP, is we are looking values vertically or horizontally, but our data needs to be the first row of the array. Array means the table which we are looking for. So in case of horizontal, it has to be the top row, and in case of the vertical lookup, it has to be first column. What if our data is not as what we need? Suppose in this way, I have got a data from the client which says division, revenue, product, and profit. I want to use this as for product wise. I want to search a revenue for profit. So profit I can do by vertical lookup because it is after the product. I can just select this data. What if I want to product a revenue? I have to place this row, this column before the column of revenue, or I can use index match function to find the values. So what is index is nothing but index searches the row number of a certain criteria which we have put in the list. So वो जाके पूरा आपका रो सर्च करेगा और आपको बता देगा कौन से रो में वो वैल्यू है. So right for here I have put I want to search. Okay, I'll just delete this. So I want to search what is the value on the 5th row in product. So I can manually see it is E. What if I want to put a formula? I have to just use index. Index what? Again, array. Array is nothing but your entire row. Comma. What is on the 5th row? So if I just put 5, it will give me a value which is E. So I can see, okay, a 5th E value. What I want to know कि 5th प्रोडक्ट का रेवेन्यू कितना है. अभी मैं VLOOKUP इसमें यूज नहीं कर सकता, बट एवरी टाइम मुझे जाके मैनुअली ढूंढना नहीं है कि वो 5th रो में E है. सो मैच फंक्शन क्या करता है, आपके लिए वो आंसर ढूंढ के लाता है कि कौन से रो पे वो वैल्यू है. तो सपोज सेम केस वो मुझे चाहिए वो E वैल्यू का कौन से रो नंबर है. आई जस्ट गो match. What is the value I'm looking for? Suppose I have just put here C, where I'm looking for again here. And so it is the C is 3rd. So if I change here as E, it will give me a 5th row. I want to put H, it's giving me a 8th row of this array. Now I want an answer which says what is my product H revenue, which is I can see is 13,96,000 odd figure. I want to use this or use a formula. So if you see a formula I have written here, or you can write again. Why I want an answer is in this revenue line, which is this array from B3 to B10, I want to search a corresponding value which is to product H, revenue which product H is giving. So I have the array, but I don't know what is the row number of H. So I'm using match. So I'll just use this as a formula. Index. What I want to search? I want to search in revenue. What I want to search? I want the 8th रो का आंसर मुझे चाहिए यहाँ पे. तो 8th रो को लाने के लिए मुझे चाहिए मैच फंक्शन में यूज करूंगा. तो मैच में मैं क्या करूंगा, यहाँ पे जाके पूरा रो सेलेक्ट करूंगा. एरे सेम होना चाहिए आपका, B3 से B10 है वैसे ही ये C3 से C10 होना चाहिए. कॉमा, what I'm looking for is whatever I put a variable here, which is I4 पे. If I close the brackets, is a problem. Okay, so if I close this bracket, it is giving me a match which is answer. If you see here, you will get the answer. This is the formula bar. It's giving me array, and this match function is giving me 8 answer, and 8 is answer is 13,96,000 as my answer. So index function helps you to find an answer wherein VLOOKUP can't work, because the array or the answer which you are looking for is after the value of your value which you are searching. तो आपके बाद में आता है आपके आंसर के. तो इसमें आप VLOOKUP रन नहीं कर पाओगे कभी भी. ये तीनों को रिप्लेस करने के लिए, VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP और इंडेक्स मैच को रिप्लेस करने के लिए न्यू फॉर्मूला आया है विच इज XLOOKUP. सो XLOOKUP क्या करता है, रिप्लेस एवरीथिंग, बट सारे एक्सेल फंक्शंस में ये अभी तक आया नहीं. आई एम यूजिंग माइक्रोसॉफ्ट 65, तो उसमें आपको वो दिखेगा XLOOKUP. आप आपके वर्जन में चेक कर सकते हैं वेदर इट इज अवेलेबल और नॉट. So XLOOKUP literally works as an HLOOKUP, VLOOKUP, using or running a multiple criteria or searching a nearest value for based on your
Raise a hand.
condition.
Yes.
Gupta ji, just a second.
Yeah.
I just want to inform the viewers that in case if they have any query, they can raise the hand in the chat box,
We allow-
and so that we can allow them to participate and speak in the session. Okay. Fine.
Shall I continue?
Please continue.
So like what we saw in HLOOKUP or VLOOKUP or index match, we can use it here. So here you can see the 2% salary. I'm looking for to add a bonus here in my sheet. I have already written the formula, but I am just writing it again. So what XLOOKUP does, again, you can see the syntax of the formula. What you're looking up, I'm looking up for Praful's bonus percentage. And where I'm looking is the array. Array is nothing but your table. So I'm just selecting that. And return array is nothing but the value. So I'm looking at this one. So it's nothing but the value, an array and the value. This one. Here, and what answer I want is column I to K4, or rest of the options are optional, which is not if not found, if there is a match code, or if not found means if there is an array, Praful Gupta or Tejul Gupta name, this does not exist in the, it will give me an error. So against the error, what I want the answer to be posted in. I'll just show you after I post this. So if I close this, I'll get an answer of 15%, which is against my name. Suppose my name say spelling is wrong or my name is not there in this list. So it should give me an NA, which is an error. So whenever I'm writing a formula for a very big sheet and NA comes in, we just keep on going and then we do a filter and replace those NA. In XLOOKUP or in XLOOKUP, what we can do is just in this option only you can see if not found, what answer should I give. So I'll just say comma, if there is nothing against this name, just post a 0. So if I put that against an NA, there will be a 0 against my name. And again, replace the name. If you see, you will get an answer as 15%, which is the answer. So this is how I am looking a value horizontally. Same way I can look for a value which is vertically. Vertically is the same thing how we gave for horizontal way. So what we can do is XLOOKUP. What we are looking up is Praful's name in the first row. It bonus second. Again, I'm not giving anything for error message. It's giving me an answer of 15% again. See, this is the error if you don't freeze your rows. So I have not freeze here. So it's giving me an error. Once जैसे मैं नीचे पेस्ट करूंगा, वो रेंज चेंज करते जाएगा आगे और आपको आंसर नहीं देगा. इसका ऑप्शन यही है, आप आपका डेटा फ्रीज कीजिए whenever you are giving a formula. This is how XLOOKUP can replace your VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP formulas, and you can use XLOOKUP as nested lookups also. Here there is an option where you can, I have used already, wherein I am searching for a Praful's bonus or a salary in the data. So in this data, if I want to search for salary or bonus, I can use a XLOOKUP in looping format, wherein I will just search name in first row and then XLOOKUP in horizontally for a value against a salary or a bonus. It will define based on what I select here in the drop down list. Let me show you it again. If I want to use multiple XLOOKUP, I've done, I have to search Praful first in this column. And then look up bonus here. Sorry. So A13 is what I'm looking for, is Praful Gupta in my column, which is from A8 to A9, which is the name range. And another, then I'm searching for bonus in the range of B7 to C7, which is my name range for the header. And then values are posted in B8 to C9. तो बेसिकली एक्स लुकअप में मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, मेरा नेम सर्च कर रहा हूँ पहले वर्टिकली, एंड हॉरिजॉन्टली जाके मैं सर्च कर रहा हूँ कहाँ पे सैलरी और बोनस लिखा हुआ है, उसका कॉलम सेल नंबर क्या है, यहाँ पे कॉलम नंबर क्या है और यहाँ पे रो नंबर क्या है, और वो आइडेंटिफाई कर रहा है जाके आपका वैल्यू टेबल में, विच इज फ्रॉम B8 to C9. So if I change here from bonus to salary, it will give me an answer respected to my name. So my name is Praful Gupta and salary is 125. If I switch it to bonus, it will, if I change the name, it will change the value. So this is how you can use XLOOKUP for searching a data in multiple rows and multiple columns. Another way, which is a criteria for XLOOKUP, is the nearest value. Or nearest value is nothing but if I have, say, a bonus range which is defined based on just the values, not based on the, it's a based on brackets. So if I say up to 1 lakh, near to 1 lakh, it's 15%, around 124, 125, it's just 25%, and 1 lakh is 30%. So if I want to know what is the rate applicable to my salary, so XLOOKUP has another option, which is an nearest value. So if I say XLOOKUP, my salary where here, then what I want to look up is what is the rate I will get. Then if not found, I don't want anything. So even I can write 0 also. Or exact match, you can see here, I don't want an exact match because I don't know whether my salary exact match is there. So it should give me an exact match or next smaller item or a larger item, whatever is decided. So I want a smaller item. I'll just put as -1. If you can see here, it's written -1. Close the bracket. And it will give me an exact nearest value as 25%. If I want to check for it will give me a value of 30%. If I change the value here, giving me 15%. So this is how you can use it, your XLOOKUP for these many options. If you're okay, I can just go ahead with the next formula. If we are all okay with VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, index match, next XLOOKUP.
I think most of the CAs who are in practice, they use VLOOKUP, and then very rarely few people must be using HLOOKUP. Now XLOOKUP has become a totally distinct feature. So I think we may have to recap about the index match and the XLOOKUP again, because I think that will clarify the concept of all the attendees, if it's possible.
Yeah. So you want to start with XLOOKUP or index match?
Index match and XLOOKUP both together.
Yeah. No. So
Like,
what
we
I
can
would
get-
suggest is if your version of Excel is already have an XLOOKUP, then stop using VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, and index match,
Okay.
because it has everything. So based on your data, it could be you're looking value horizontally or vertically. It depends upon what you're looking for. So if you see XLOOKUP, it gives you an array, a lookup value, whatever value you're looking for, which would be a specific cell if you are looking at the entire data. अगर हम पूरे डेटा में एक स्पेसिफिक सेल का वैल्यू ढूंढ रहे हैं तो हमें वो वैल्यू पे लिंक देना है, वो सेल नंबर का रेफरेंस देना है बेसिकली. वो सेल नंबर जहां पे भी है वो पूरे कॉलम को सेलेक्ट करना है. So in this case, I am selecting here is Praful. I am selecting where Praful have to search in this row. So if I am looking vertically, I have to select a column. So vertically, the formula
So
वापस explain कर. Yes, Vipul bhai.
horizontally we need to select the particular cell, and then we have to select the vertical cell.
तो
Is that what
आपको
you do?
जैसे प्रफुल को सर्च करना है तो प्रफुल कौन से रो में है.
Okay.
So in this case, Praful is in the row of name. So name starts from say I9 से लेके, मैं सपोज मेरा बहुत बड़ा रेंज है तो मैं पूरा रेंज भी दे सकता हूँ या जितना डेटा है उतना भी दे सकता हूँ.
Okay.
देन मुझे ढूंढना है उसका वैल्यू क्या चाहिए. तो वैल्यू मुझे चाहिए बोनस वैल्यू. तो जैसे ही फॉर्मूला क्या करेगा, A8 में प्रफुल गुप्ता है तो प्रफुल गुप्ता का नाम सर्च करेगा पूरा डेटा में और उसके करस्पॉन्डिंग वैल्यू में क्या है बोनस लाइन में, वो उस पर
Right.
पिकअप करके आपको ट्रांसफर करके यहाँ पे दे देगा.
Perfect. Perfect. Only the difference between these XLOOKUP and VNH-lookup is that here the data is scattered basically.
HLOOKUP और VLOOKUP में क्या है, हॉरिजॉन्टल वर्टिकल था. XLOOKUP में आप क्या कर सकते हो, हॉरिजॉन्टली और वर्टिकली दोनों साथ में ढूंढ सकते हो,
Okay.
जैसे हमने इधर किया बोनस के टाइम.
Perfect. Perfect. Got it. Okay. You can continue with the next slide.
नेक्स्ट इज कॉन्कैटिनेट, जो हम रेगुलरली यूज करते हैं अगर हम बहुत बार डेटा एनालिसिस कर रहे हैं या उससे कुछ हमें विद इन द डेटा कुछ न्यू डेटा क्रिएट करना है. तो जैसे बेसिकली इज एडिंग ऑफ डेटा विच वी हैव. इफ आई वांट टू ऐड दिस, आई हैव टू ऑप्शंस. ईदर आई कैन यूज concatenate, which is the formula I have written over here. It's nothing but I'm adding the text and making a new text. So I can just put a comma against the text which I'm putting here. So A5, B5, and C5, separated by comma, and say okay. So it doesn't give me any space. If I want to include any space in this, so after every cell, I'll just put a separator. So it could be anything. If I want a hyphen against my, if with every cell difference, तो मैं एक हाइफन इंक्लूड कर दूंगा इंक्लूडिंग इन्वर्टेड कॉमर्स में. देन अगेन B5 के बाद मुझे अगेन एक हाइफन चाहिए कॉमा. तो इफ यू सी यहाँ पे हमें सिर्फ हर एक चीज के बाद कॉमा देना है और आप एंटर करोगे तो आपको नाम लिख के आ जाएगा वैसे. अगर आपका बड़ा डेटा है और आपको डेटा में से कुछ समराइज करके शॉर्ट वर्जन बना के कुछ प्रेजेंट करना है तो आप वो यूज कर सकते हो। तो इसके कॉन्कैटिनेट के अलावा एक और ऑप्शन होता है, वो है एंड फंक्शन। तो आप सेम चीज कर सकते हो यूजिंग एंड इफ यू डोंट वांट टू यूज कॉन्कैटिनेट। आंसर आपको सेम ही आएगा, आप कॉन्कैटिनेट यूज करो या एंड फंक्शन यूज करो।
So in this
There are-
case, we will have to use ampersand and.
Yes, ampersand
Yes.
and sign।
Mhm.
एंड साइन से आप सेपरेट कर सकते हो आपका
हम्म।
डेटा कंबाइन करके आपको कुछ प्रेजेंट करना है, बाद में आपको पे स्पेशल करके इसको एज अ न्यू सेल रेफरेंस भी ले सकते हो। तो अभी हम जैसे 2B का रिकंसिलिएशन करते हैं तो इनवॉइस नंबर काफी जीएसटी नंबर के सामने सेम होते हैं। तो यू कैन जस्ट कॉन्कैटिनेट द टू थिंग्स एंड हैव अ यूनिक नंबर एंड देन प्रेस अ वी लुकअप। तो आपको एक ही नंबर के सामने वो रिपीटेड चीज नहीं मिलेगी। जैसे सेल नंबर और इनवॉइस नंबर 101 एक जीएसटी नंबर दो जीएसटी नंबर में आ सकता है आपको 2B में while reconciling 2B with your data। So you can just concatenate the GST number and the invoice number and search। तो आपको यूनिक वैल्यू ही मिलेगा।
I think this was very useful.
नेक्स्ट इज कंडीशनल फॉर्मेटिंग। कंडीशनल फॉर्मेटिंग आपने काफी बार यूज किया होगा एंड नॉर्मली easiest way is to select the data, go to home key or home tab and just on under conditional formatting you have various options whatever you want to search. So I want to search highlight any cell which is say greater than 1000 rupees. So everything if I want to say greater than 3000 rupees, so I can get the respective data. If I'm doing an audit, I want to do a sampling, anything, I can do this. And I can then just filter this data by the colors. I can get the whatever I want against conditional formatting. So if you see options are many. You can just do greater than, less than, whatever thing you're searching for, specific text if you're looking for. So for example, if I say, if I just remove this one, I am just searching for the rows which has text as orange. So I'm getting this. So I can get, okay, I have this rows which has orange as my product. If I want to change the color, I can go and change it. Like that, say I just put a fill of orange. But it never gives you an entire row. Suppose if you are making a report where you want to highlight the entire row which satisfies the specific criteria. For in this case, I have orange. I want to highlight all the rows which comes under the product orange. So if you use this, it won't work because it will highlight only this cell. What best option is for using this conditional formatting is, just hold on, I'll just show. I will remove this first. Conditional one, there is an option which says use by formula. You go to conditional formatting, new formatting rule, and use formula. You can just go here, write a formula equal to. So now if you see, I've clicked on B5, it is freezing the entire cell. I don't want to freeze the entire cell. I just want to freeze the column number. So I'll just press F4 and freeze the column, and I say equal to orange. So once it satisfies my condition of orange, should color this by. Okay. Equal to. it's highlighting only orange in this cell. I want on entire row. I have to just copy this formula, select the entire data, go to paste special, shortcut is Alt ES, which opens up a paste special box, and paste your formats. If you see option, there is one format, and just say OK. So it highlights the entire row wherever the data is. So if I change any of the row to orange, it will change your answer. This is how you can use this conditional formatting to format your rows automatically once it satisfies the condition, whatever you're looking for. In this case, I was looking for the rows which has orange as a answer, as a product. So it gives me a list. मेरे पास easily एक list आ जाती है, we can present. If I change the data, it will change the formatting. If you have any questions, or else I'll move forward.
Sir, can we select two conditions at the same time, like orange and apple at both together?
Yeah, you can add. If I
Can you show
add,
that?
again, I just put at any cell you can put that and just copy it on all the cells. So I'll just go freeze. Different color. If I change apple to orange, it will change the color. So you can
Fair
give
enough.
multiple conditional rules, whatever you need. You can format your data, keep your report as dynamic. So whenever data changes, the color formatting, everything changes.
That's perfect, sir.
Shall I move it? Next is data validation. So data validation is nothing but if you want to restrict a data entry point in your Excel file, or if you're creating a form or anything else for your client or yourself or your phone. So you can get a data here. I've just removed this. So I have a product list here and I want to restrict entry, whoever is entering in the sheet, and they should select only these three as the entry over in this product. So what I can do, I can create a list from the data. So you can go to data, and if you see in data tools, you have a data validation. Just click on it. It gives you opens up a dialog box which says what you want. So here I'm giving a list of data. You have other options also where it is a whole number. You want only a whole number to be entered over there. You choose this based on decimals. Wherever you want, you can list, which I'm going to tell you, a date, range, time, or text length. So here I'm using is list. So list, I have a source which is here. Always remember you have to freeze it. So it automatically freezes the range, which is from K3 to K5. You can input a specific message, whatever. So you can write select from the range, from the list. And if someone puts a wrong value, invalid. Stop. You can do a stop, or you can just give a warning message that the entry is wrong, or you can just give an information if you want to allow the wrong data also. Right now I'm using stop, so it will not allow any value which is not as per the list. I'll just copy this for my other cells. So if I go here, first thing you can see it gives me a message, select from the list. So I'll just go and select. I can just see mango, apple, or kiwi. So I'll just select my apple. If I try to put anything else, it's giving me error of invalid data and it's asking me to retry. It will not allow me to post anything other than these three values. Like that, you can do any kind of data validation, whatever you want. Depending upon your need, whatever kind of forms or input data sheet you're making, you can give the validation for that specific cells. Again, here the list is again the naming of the range. If you remember at the start when we have seen here also, I can name the range. I can select. I can just say fruits. If I see I have a name range fruits. If you want to change the range, you can go to formula name manager. You have all the name ranges. If you see fruits, where is it in K3 to K5? Now I want to use this name to make this list. I can do that. It's easier for me. Instead of this list, I can just type fruits. Answer will be there. So name ranges, the option is help. It helps in many ways. It's easier to remember also. So if the range changes, you don't have to, if say I have added another fruit, I don't have to go manually and change everything. Or if it's written only fruits, I can just go to name manager and extend my data from K5 to K6. Allows me another name. I don't have to go and change the formula. I have to just go and change the name range. Just hold on. नेक्स्ट हम लोग जो करने वाले वो हैं ग्रुप अनग्रुप डेटा वैलिडेशन में किसी क्वेश्चन है?
Sir, I have a small query. We can also use if function. If the data is very small, but if the
If
data is very large, I think data validation is the best option. Am I right?
Function is for analyzing the data, getting the answer from already the data. This is only for inputting the data. यहाँ पे आप सिर्फ इनपुट करने के लिए आप डाल रहे हो, आपको रेस्ट्रिक्ट करना है ये फॉर्म कोई भर रहा है. अभी जैसे जेंडर है, बोलोगे मेल फीमेल ही डालना है, उसके अलावा और कुछ डाल नहीं सकते सपोज. या मुझे एक रेंज देना है डेट का, या मुझे डालना है पैन नंबर है जो जिसका टेक्स्ट लेंथ होना चाहिए इतना ही. फंक्शन में आप सर्च करते हो डेटा. क्या बोले विपुल भाई?
एग्जाम्पल दे सकते क्या
फंक्शन का?
पैन का
टेक्स्ट लेंथ का बोल रहे हो, तो टेक्स्ट लेंथ आई कैन रेस्ट्रिक्ट. पैन का पूरा कंडीशन आप नहीं दे पाओगे, आप सिर्फ टेक्स्ट का लेंथ दे सकते हो कि मेरा वो सेल में लेंथ शुड बी 10. If I say text length equal to 10,
तो मैं करिए
तो मैं अगर इससे ज्यादा डालूंगा
अलाउ नहीं है.
विल रेस्ट्रिक्ट मी.
करेक्ट.
तो हर एक फॉर्मूलाज में ऑप्शन बहुत सारे हैं. तो ओनली थिंग इज हमें ये फॉर्मूला याद रखना है, और जब भी हमारे पास कोई डेटा आता है जहाँ पे अपन कुछ काम करना है तो ये फॉर्मूला रिकलेक्ट करके इसका एप्लीकेशन याद आना चाहिए. नहीं तो ये अभी सीखते हैं हम और बाद में भूल जाते हैं. एप्लीकेशन के टाइम में हमें कुछ याद ही नहीं रहता है. तो बेसिकली रिवीजन वैसा होता है कि हाँ डेटा वैलिडेशन है, अभी आप कोई फॉर्म बना रहे हो, आपको याद आएगा कि हाँ डेटा वैलिडेशन में कुछ तो ऑप्शन होगा जो मुझे रेस्ट्रिक्ट करने के लिए ऑप्शन देगा. देन वो एप्लीकेशन आप करोगे तब आपको याद ज्यादा रहेगा। सेम वे जैसे कंडीशनल फॉर्मेटिंग है, जब तक आप कोई फॉर्मेट बनाओगे आपको कुछ लगेगा हाँ ठीक है मेरा ऑडिट फॉर्म है, ऑडिट का क्वेरीज का है, ऑडिट का मेरा शेड्यूल का कुछ बना रहा हूँ, वहाँ पे मुझे कंडीशनल फॉर्मेटिंग करना है कि जो जो मेरा ऑलरेडी ऑडिट हो गया वो टिक होते जाना चाहिए, ग्रीन हो जाना चाहिए। तो यू कैन डू दैट। बढ़ू मैं? हेलो?
Sir, you can continue.
Okay. Next
Yes,
is
Prabhu,
group.
continue.
So next is group ungroup, which is just more of visualizing your data. So जब हम प्रेजेंट करते हैं या एमएस बना रहे हैं या क्लाइंट के लिए कुछ डेटा बनाते हैं, हो सकता है कभी वो मंथली मांगेगा या हमें क्वार्टरली प्रेजेंट करने बोलता है। So rather than hiding the data which we do normally, if I want to say present quarterly, I'll just keep on hiding the data like this. तो वो नहीं करने की जगह मैं एक ऑप्शन दिया हुआ है इसमें एक्सेल में विच इज ग्रुप अनग्रुप का। सो इट इज अवेलेबल इन डेटा ग्रुप अनग्रुप। सो इफ आई वांट टू ग्रुप दिस बाय कॉलम फ्रॉम अप्रैल मई जून or quarterly basis, I'll just select the 3 columns where C, D, E. I'll just go and say group. And what I want to group is columns. I'll just say okay. If you see, you will get a bar here. जहाँ पे एक माइनस साइन दिखेगा, it's totally expanded. If you click on it, it will get collapsed, and you can see only quarter 1. April, May, June will get hide. Similar way, if I go and do for other quarters, you click on this one. If you see, all only quarters are visible. If I want to see the entire data, I can click on 2, and it will get expanded to detailed level. Specific quarters you want to see, you can do that. Whatever, it's your based on what you're presenting depends upon that. If I want to remove the, I'll just go select the entire range. I'll just say ungroup columns and ungroup rows. So this way you can do an ungroup. Ungroup is just for viewing your data or presenting it. Yes. If you have any doubt, or I can just go to another next formula. Okay. Next is sum if, which is basic sum functions हम सब यूज कर रहे हैं, sum if भी शायद यूज कर रहे हो। sum if का बेसिकली क्राइटेरिया ये है कि हमें स्पेसिफिक कंडीशंस पे ही टोटलिंग करना है, तो हम वो कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं। तो इन केस इफ यू सी दिस इज माय डेटा व्हिच इज my product sales for bill number Y. If I want the summary for my product, which is the apple, orange, or kiwi, I can use sum if to give me a total, or I can use a pivot table also. So sum if, the formula is equal to sum if, bracket open, you can see the syntax which is say range, criteria, and sum range. So here I can give only a one condition. So here the condition is I want the sum based on my product. So range, first range is what you want to search or sum. So my sum is I want to sum based on my product. The range starts from C8 to C22. So मैंने इसको फ्रीज कर दिया। नेक्स्ट इज कॉमा, आपका आंसर ढूंढना क्या है उसे, वो है एप्पल विच इज F10। F10 को मैं फ्रीज कर देता हूँ ओनली ऑन द कॉलम। रो में फ्रीज नहीं कर रहा क्योंकि मैं नीचे कॉपी करने वाला हूँ। I'm not freezing the row, I'm just freezing the column. Next is what I want to sum. So range is C8 again, sorry, D8 to D22, again freeze it. Okay. I know Apple is giving me a sales of 12,755 and just copy the formula. By product wise, I'm getting the sum. But here I can give only a one condition, which is one product wise. Suppose I have multiple conditions. So for that, there is another option, which is sum ifs. So I have now a table which says it has, along with my product, it has city also, where I've sold what. So if I want to take a total of this, I have this formula. I'll just delete this. What I'll do, I'll just do a sum if. If you see, sum if has a different syntax. It starts with sum range. So it's asking me, first thing is what you want to get the total of. I want a total of my sales value. I've selected that range. Here I have converted that to, I'll just sum if. Sum range is from E8 to E22. There are two criteria. One is it should be a Mumbai and Apple. This is the first criteria. So where is Mumbai? You have to search for that. So this is the range. Freeze it because it is same for all the table, all the other cells also. Comma. Where what I want to search is Mumbai. So I'm freezing only column here. Pros I, not 8, because I'll be moving down. Comma, second range is what I want to search is product. 30. Then where is the product? It's in J7. Now here I'm freezing only row, not column, because I'll be moving this way from J to L. Answer for Mumbai and Apple is 3139. I have to just copy this formula. You can see do a total which is matching 35,310. So based on just simple formula, I've created a table with my multiple criteria, which was city wise and product wise. This you can do in pivot tables also. But if you don't want to use pivot, if you want to fix things, you don't want to refresh your data again and again, this is some it will help you fix your data and fix your dashboard if you want, if you're creating a dashboard also. कुछ doubt है sir? Hello.
So far, no queries, sir.
Okay. So next is a simple formulas, but it helps me a lot while making a data or presenting a data is the small functions which are related to dates, which is nothing but how to calculate a month for the specific month or year or the end of the month. So while making a data analysis, if I want to create or create a pivot table based on months and year, I just use it, which is equal to month gives me the month number, a year gives me the year which it is, and the end of the month, whatever your date is, it just gives you a date, end of the month date, nothing else. Depending upon what kind of calculations you are doing, it helps because to get the data standardized. So this is a simple formula I just wanted to tell you, because these are the formulas you look for, or if when you are doing analysis when the data is scattered against different dates. Next is a subtotal. This is just for preparing a simple report. It's a quick way of doing or representing a data. So suppose if I want to summarize this on a product basis and give it a total, either you use pivot tables, you use a pivot table, or this is the oldest thing before pivot table came in. This was subtotal just available. If you go to data, subtotal option is there. So before using this, always you have to do is a step which is sorting the data. So select the data and sort the data based on what you need. So here I need it is product wise. I'll just sort the data product wise first, ascending order. So my data is sorted. Then I'll run a subtotal. What I want is at each change of product, I want to use a sum. There are other options also, but I want to use sum. What you want to sum is sales. So I have just ticked sales and just press OK. So you get a summary product wise and a grand total. You can summarize it with this keys. You can see 1 is the totally collapsed, then this is product wise if you press on 2, and 3 is detailed product wise. So this is how you can just summarize your data if you want a subtotal, or you can use a pivot table to get the report. To remove the, you have to just select the data, go again to subtotal, just say remove all, your original data will be available. Next is 4 formulas which helps to extract data from any cell, which is a left, right, mid, or trim. Trim is just cleaning up the data. Left, right, mid is just picking the data. So suppose from my name, Praful K. Gupta, I want to pick up simply my name in a cell. So if I know it's a 6 character or 7 character, 8 character, whatever you want in your cell, the number of, so from, if you want to start from the left, I will just say left, the range of that cell, and say how many characters I want. So I want 6 characters, so it will just give me an answer as Praful. Similarly, right, from the right side, how many characters I want 5 characters, so I'll just say right 5 characters, so it gives me answer of Gupta. If you're searching in a, or you want to extract something from the middle of the text, so you can just start with mid, give the cell reference of the cell, from which character you want to pick up. So I want to from 8, just 1 character, so I just say Praful is 6, 7 is blank, 8 is K, and that 1 character I want, so I just say 1, so it will give me only K. So this is how you can use these 3 formulas while analyzing or filtering out a data based on your needs or whatever data you're working on. Again, length formula is there, which is LEN and length of the text. So it gives you exact length of the text. So in this case, I have written my name and 6 letters for my name. Next is trim. So what trim does is it removes unwanted spaces from your text. In this, I have purposely included 2 spaces. One is at the start of the text and at the end of the text. If you see, the length of my text is showing me as 8, which is not correct because my name length is only 6. So 8 is showing because of the spaces which I have included. So if I want to remove it with a formula, I'll just use a formula which is say trim. If I trim this cell, and if I then just check what is the length, if you can see it has removed these specific spaces, additional spaces from the end and the start of the text, and has given me an answer of 6. So trim helps you to remove the unwanted spaces from your text. If you have some text downloaded from your, say, client has given you some data and it is includes extra spaces based on whatever software you're using. So that creates unnecessary problems while doing a VLOOKUP also. So you can use a trim, will sanitize your data and replace it with the new values. Next two things, if have two, three things left, which are some of the shortcuts and pivot tables from multiple sheets and macro. If you have anything else, I'll move to them.
So you can continue, sir.
Before starting macros, I wanted to, I hope most of the them using or know this shortcuts or moving around the file, basically using control and arrow keys. So if you press control and move to your left or right, if you see I'm just moving left, right, it goes to the next cell, next available data cell. This will help us, if you remember this, help us in recording the macros, which I will just tell in short while. Then switching between tabs is control key and page up and down. These are shortcut keys. Rather than clicking on the sheet, I can use just control page up and page down. Switching between sheets, as you know. Copying sheets is, I'll just give you a shortcut which I always use. There are many options. One is just press control and just drag the sheet and just paste it. It creates a sheet, just copy. You don't need to go and do a copy paste. Press spatial, you all guys know. F4, you know. Multi-sheet printing, I'll just tell you at the end. I'll move to macros. I'll just tell you two simple macros. There are a lot of things which you can do with macro. स्पेशली अगर आपको विजुअल बेसिक आता है तो आप और डिटेल्ड और मोर कॉम्प्लिकेटेड मैक्रोस बना सकते हैं, बट मैं ये दो चीज आपको बताना चाहूँगा. बेसिकली फर्स्ट है जिसमें मेरे पास ये डेटा है जिसका मुझे एवरी मंथ सेम टाइप ऑफ डेटा आता है और मुझे उसका प्रेजेंटेशन बनाना पड़ता है विद अ पिवोट टेबल एंड अ चार्ट. मैंने ये फॉर बेसिकली इसमें मैं एज्यूम कर रहा हूँ कि मेरे पास ये डेटा आएगा एवरी मंथ. इट विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम A1 और मैं आपको बताऊंगा उसका ऑप्शन और क्या हो सकता है इफ इट्स दूसरा शीट दूसरे रेंज में जा रहा है तो इट्स स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम A1 एंड द लेंथ कुड बी एनीथिंग. मेरा हेडर सेम है और मुझे रिपोर्ट वाली शीट में एक पिवोट टेबल चाहिए और एक चार्ट चाहिए. अब मुझे ये स्टेप्स रिकॉर्ड करने हैं क्योंकि मुझे बार बार करना पड़ता है. तो रिकॉर्ड करने के लिए आपको हमेशा अपने स्टेप्स पहले से याद रखने हैं. ट्राई टू यूज एरो की, जो मैंने आपको अभी शॉर्टकट बताया विद कंट्रोल शिफ्ट एंड एरो की सेलेक्ट करने के लिए. तो इफ आई वांट टू सेलेक्ट दिस डेटा, आई एम प्रेसिंग कंट्रोल शिफ्ट लेफ्ट राइट एंड देन डाउन. तो ये मेरा पूरा डेटा सेलेक्ट कर लेता है. सो वो डेटा कितना भी हो आपको क्लिक करके सेलेक्ट करने का जरूरत नहीं. इफ मैं यहाँ से ऐसे सेलेक्ट करता हूँ तो मैक्रो उसको डिफरेंट तरह से रीड करता है. अगर मैं कंट्रोल शिफ्ट और एरो की से सेलेक्ट करता हूँ तो जितना भी रहो, अभी ये 759 तक है, अगर वो 70,000 तक भी तो 70,000 तक खींचेगा. तो डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द डेटा ऑन दैट मंथ इट विल चेंज द रेंज. तो मैं रिकॉर्ड करने के लिए दो ऑप्शन है. एक तो आपका डेवलपर ऑप्शन ओपन होना चाहिए जो आपको आपके रिबन से कस्टमाइज करके ओपन कर सकते हो आप, विच इज नथिंग बट राइट क्लिक ऑन द रिबन, कस्टमाइज द रिबन, इधर एक डेवलपर ऑप्शन है वो ओपन कर लीजिएगा. सो ये ऑप्शन में आपको रिकॉर्ड मैक्रोस दिखने लगेगा, मैक्रोस दिखने लगेगा, विजुअल बेसिक दिखने लगेगा और उसके काफ़ी ऑप्शन आ जाएंगे. ये एडवांस लेवल है, मतलब इवन तो मैं भी ये सब यूज नहीं करता, बट जिनको आता है वो सब ये यूज करते हैं। दूसरा ऑप्शन है नीचे इधर, करंटली इफ यू सी, यहाँ पे मैंने रेडी के बाजू में लिखा हुआ है नो मैक्रोज आर करंटली रिकॉर्डिंग। तो मैं अगर इधर क्लिक करूंगा तो मेरा स्टेप्स रिकॉर्ड करना चालू होगा। तो बेसिकली मैक्रोज क्या करता है, आपके स्टेप्स रिकॉर्ड कर लेता है और वो शीट्स के नाम भी याद रखता है। तो इधर मेरा फॉर्मेट का नाम और रिपोर्ट का नाम भी वो याद रखेगा। तो आप जब भी कोई रिकॉर्ड करके रखना चाहते हो, उसको वापस यूज करना चाहते हो, तो मेक श्योर कि आपका शीट के नाम भी सेम हो। मैं स्टार्ट करता हूँ इधर। मैक्रो का मुझे नाम देना है तो आई जस्ट से रिपोर्ट। शॉर्टकट की आपको जो देना है आप दे सकते हो। तो इधर मैं दे देता हूँ से कंट्रोल एम। मैं ओके बोल देता हूँ ऑलरेडी। ओके, जैसे रिपोर्ट 1। तो रिकॉर्ड मैक्रो क्या मैंने नाम दे दिया, शॉर्टकट की दे दी, मुझे चाहिए था तो मैंने से ओके बोल दिया। तो अगर आप अभी देखोगे तो यहाँ पे इसने रिकॉर्ड करना चालू किया। मैं कहीं क्लिक नहीं कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि वो भी वो रिकॉर्ड कर लिया। तो मैंने शीट में अभी 1 पे क्लिक किया, उसने वो रिकॉर्ड कर लिया होगा। अभी मुझे वो नहीं करना है, तो मैं कंट्रोल होम दबा सकता हूँ तो फर्स्ट शीट में आएगा। और मुझे सेलेक्ट करने के लिए कंट्रोल शिफ्ट प्रेस राइट एंड देन डाउन, तो इसने मेरा पूरा डेटा सेलेक्ट कर लिया है। अभी मुझे जाना है इंसर्ट में, पिवोट टेबल में। पिवोट टेबल में मैंने क्या किया है, मैंने ऑलरेडी एक शीट बना रखी है, तो मैं न्यू वर्कशीट नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं एग्जिस्टिंग शीट में करना चाहता हूँ। लोकेशन क्या है उसका, 3 ऑफ रिपोर्ट शीट। तो ये सब रिकॉर्ड कर रहा है कि मुझे कौन से शीट में कहाँ पे वो पिवोट टेबल चाहिए। मैंने करके ओके किया, पिवोट टेबल बन गया। मुझे क्या चाहिए, स्टेट वाइज टोटल चाहिए। और इसके बाद मुझे एक चार्ट इंसर्ट करना है, फिर कॉलम चार्ट ओके। और मैंने A1 पे क्लिक किया एंड मैंने लिखा रिपोर्ट और एंटर करके मैंने ये रिकॉर्डिंग स्टॉप कर दी। तो अभी मैंने जितने भी स्टेप किए उसने रिकॉर्ड कर लिए हैं। तो मैं अभी ये डेटा डिलीट करता हूँ। हम तो ट्राई करते हैं वापस रन करने का। अभी ये ब्लैंक है। तो हमने स्टार्ट किया था फॉर्मेट शीट से, तो हमें वहीं रहना है A1 सेल पे। आपको दो ऑप्शन है, आप तो आप शॉर्टकट से कीजिए, या तो डेवलपर में जाइए, मैक्रोज में जाइए। आपका मैक्रो का नाम लिखा है रिपोर्ट 1 और उसको रन कीजिए। जो स्टेप्स किए थे उसने सारे स्टेप्स किए और आपका रिपोर्ट रेडी है। अगर मैं कभी डेटा चेंज भी करता हूँ तो वो मुझे नया रिपोर्ट दे देगा। रिपोर्ट में यहाँ पे से सारा डेटा निकाल देता हूँ। तो अभी डेटा का टोटल आ रहा है 56 लाख का। तो मैं डेटा जाके निकाल देता हूँ। तो वापस रन करता हूँ। देखेंगे उसने जो लेटेस्ट डेटा है उसके हिसाब से उसने रिपोर्ट बना के आपको दे दिया। तो दिस इज वन वे। अगर आप, ये मैंने एक टास्क बताया, अभी आपके ऐसे काफी टास्क हो सकते हैं, मंथली वाले या डेली वाले भी हो सकते हैं, जो डेली बेसिस पे एक्सेल में डाउनलोड करके अपना कुछ काम करते हैं, उस पर कुछ वर्कआउट करते हैं। वो कुछ भी हो सकता है, वो हो सकता है फॉर्मेटिंग हो सकता है, एडिंग अप हो सकता है, डेटा एड अप हो सकता है। जैसा दूसरा मैं एक आपको बताने वाला हूँ, जहाँ पे से मेरे पास मल्टीपल शीट्स में डेटा है और मुझे कंबाइन करके एक ही शीट में डालना है। और एवरी मंथ मेरे पास ये 1 2 3 4 5 फाइल्स आती हैं और मैं कंबाइन करके उसकी एक शीट बनाता हूँ और उस पर काम करता हूँ। तो सिंपल वे में मुझे रिकॉर्ड करना है तो मैं वो करूँगा, आई विल जस्ट गो अगेन, आई विल जस्ट से रिकॉर्ड मैक्रो, मैक्रो नंबर 2 आ गया, मैं बोलूँगा कंबाइन 1, शॉर्टकट की नहीं देता हूँ, आई विल जस्ट से ओके। यू सी वो यहाँ पे रिकॉर्ड करना चालू कर दिया है। तो मुझे पता है मुझे A3 से स्टार्ट करना है, शीट 1 पे आना है। आपको जो भी मूवमेंट करना है हमेशा आपके कीबोर्ड से कीजिए। तो कंट्रोल होम में जाके आपका जो भी डेटा रहेगा, आपका हमेशा डेटा अगर यहाँ पे थर्ड रो पे ही आता है तो आप थर्ड रो तक पे आएंगे, कॉपी करेंगे, कंबाइन शीट में जा रहा हूँ मैंने पेस्ट किया। नाउ आई एम अगेन गोइंग टू शीट 2, थ्री, फोर, तो मैंने अभी डेटा कॉपी कर लिया। अभी मुझे वापस चेक करना है वेदर मेरा मैक्रो रिकॉर्ड हुआ है कि नहीं। तो आई विल जस्ट डिलीट द डेटा, शेयरिंग मुझे सिर्फ रन करना है। मैं पांचों शीट से डेटा पिकअप करके विद इन सेकेंड्स लाके इधर पेस्ट कर दिया। जितना टाइम मुझे मैनुअली क्या उससे उसने फास्ट करके यहाँ पे लाके पेस्ट कर दिया मेरे सामने। तो इस तरह आप काफी मैक्रोस डेवलप करते हो स्मॉल स्मॉल आपके लेवल पे। नहीं तो जिसको विजुअल बेसिक आता है वो यहाँ पे जाके आप आपका एरर चेंज कर सकते हो, आप मॉड्यूल्स बना सकते हो। इफ यू गो टू शीट्स यहाँ पे आपको मिल जाएंगे। यहाँ पे देखिए आप मैक्रो कैसे रिकॉर्ड होता है वो आप देख सकते हो। एवरीथिंग जो भी हम करते हैं, ये पहला हमारा मैक्रो है हमारा रिपोर्ट 1, उसने मेरे सारे स्टेप्स रिकॉर्ड किए कि मैंने क्या क्या किया है और वो इसको एग्जैक्टली रन करता है। सेम वे मेरा दूसरा कंबाइन 1, सारे स्टेप्स वो लिख के लेगा, अगेन वो सेम रन करेगा। तो जिसको विजुअल बेसिक्स आता है वो तो और एडवांस लेवल बना सकते हैं। अगर किसी को और करना है तो विजुअल बेसिक पढ़ लेगा तो मैक्रोज और काफ़ी एक्सटेंडेड वे में बना सकते हैं उनके क्लाइंट्स के लिए। नहीं तो सिंपल मैक्रोज के लिए आपको सिर्फ ये रखना है कि आपके स्टेप्स सिंपल रखने हैं, कीप शीट्स नेम सेम। बाद में आप शीट का नाम चेंज कर लीजिए बट रन करने के टाइम सेम रखिए ताकि वो डेटा मर्ज करके दे दे या आप आपका रिकॉर्ड कर सकते हो वैसे। तो ऑलवेज ट्राई टू रिमेम्बर कि आपके शीट का नाम, आपके जो रिकॉर्ड करने के टाइम आप स्टेप्स कर रहे हो वो ध्यान दीजिए, नहीं तो वो आपको एरर देगा और आपको वो डिबग करना पड़ेगा या री रिकॉर्डिंग करनी पड़ेगी। मैक्रोज में मेरे पास होते हैं विपुल भाई, कोई क्वेश्चन है? नहीं तो फिर मैं पिवोट टेबल्स वाला बता देता
Sir, you can continue.
हूँ। नेक्स्ट पिवोट टेबल्स हम सब यूज करते हैं, पर अगर हमें पिवोट टेबल मल्टीपल शीट्स या मल्टीपल टेबल से बनाना है तो व्हाट इज द बेस्ट वे, वो मैं आज मेरी तरफ मैं मुझे जो पता है मैं बता देता हूँ। सो फॉर एग्जांपल ये मेरे पास दो वेयर हाउसेज है जिनका एक प्रोडक्ट वाइज रेवेन्यू आ रहा है और मुझे मर्ज करके एक रिपोर्ट बनानी है जिसमें मुझे डेट वाइज समराइज भी करना है उसको, बेसिकली दिस कैलेंडर क्वार्टर वाइज। तो फर्स्ट थिंग हमें जो करना है वो है इन रेंजेस को आपको टेबल में कन्वर्ट करना है। फॉर्मेट आप कुछ भी ले लीजिए, टेबल्स को नाम दे दीजिए वेयरहाउस 1 और मेरा दूसरा टेबल है वेयरहाउस 2। बस 2 टेबल रेडी हैं। अभी मुझे ये कंबाइन करने हैं, सो मैं इसे अभी जाके पहले करूँगा। इफ यू सी देयर इज एन ऑप्शन ऑफ डेटा में, टेबल रेंज में देखिए गेट डेटा के बाजू में आपको दिखेगा फ्रॉम टेबल रेंज। तो आई एम क्रिएटिंग अ क्वेरी और मुझे दोनों को लिंक करके एक न्यू क्वेरी बनाना है, बेसिकली एक न्यू टेबल जैसा बनाना है। इफ यू क्लिक ऑन दिस, आपके सामने एक पावर क्वेरी एडिटर ओपन हो जाएगा। आपको ये डेटा हमें दिखेगा। तो आपका जो टेबल था उसने यहाँ पे ले समराइज किया, पिकअप कर लिया है। और यू सी यहाँ पे डेट में भी वो टाइम भी ले रहा है। सो आई जस्ट वांट टू चेंज द टाइम, फिक्स्ड डेट में रखना है मुझे, तो वो ओनली डेट फॉर्मेट में रहे। अगेन मेरे पास वेयरहाउस 2 टेबल भी है। इफ यू सी यहाँ पे आपको दिखेगा टेबल 1 वेयरहाउस दिख रहा है। एक्सेल करंट बुक से उसने उठाया वेयरहाउस 1 को। व्हाट आई विल डू, आई जस्ट क्रिएट अ कॉपी। डुप्लीकेट, उसको मैं रीनेम कर देता हूँ टू। सोर्स जो है अभी वेयरहाउस 1 दिख रहा है, उसको वेयरहाउस 2 कर देता हूँ। यू सी वेयरहाउस 2 का डेटा उसने पिकअप कर लिया है। अगेन मेरे को डेट फॉर्मेट वैसा नहीं चाहिए। ये दोनों टेबल आ गए हैं। अभी मुझे एक इन दोनों को अपेंड करके, अपेंड मीन्स मुझे ऐड करके एक न्यू टेबल बनाना और क्वेरी बनाना है। कल जैसे अपेंड क्वेरीज एज न्यू, मुझे बोल रहा है क्या करना है आपको दोनों टेबल्स को इनटू अ सिंगल टेबल। तो मेरे पास फिलहाल 2 है, अगर 2 से ज़्यादा है तो आप ये यूज़ कर सकते हो। नहीं तो मेरे पास तो 2 ही है, तो मैं वेयरहाउस 1 एंड वेयरहाउस 2 को ले लूँगा। बस कंबाइंड डेटा एक बन गया है दोनों टेबल्स का। बट मुझे अभी इसमें कौन सा वेयरहाउस 1 है कौन सा वेयरहाउस 2 नहीं समझ रहा। तो मैं क्या करूँगा, मैं वेयरहाउस में जाके उसके लिए एक एडिशनल कॉलम डाल देता हूँ और उसको एक नाम दे देता हूँ। जो वेयरहाउस 1 का डेटा है वेयरहाउस 2, सो ऐड आई एम एडिंग अ कस्टम कॉलम का नाम दे देता हूँ वेयरहाउस। दोनों का सेल नेम सेम होना चाहिए, तो मैं ये इधर लिख दूंगा W1। एक नाम दे दिया वेयरहाउस का 1, तो ये डेटा जो है वेयरहाउस 1 का है। वेयरहाउस 2 में मुझे ऐड करना है, तो आई जस्ट गो देयर एंड ऐड। ये फील्ड का नाम सेम होना चाहिए, वो ध्यान रखना है आपको, नहीं तो वो अलग फील्ड बना देगा। वेयरहाउस 2 का डेटा है, अगर आप अपेंड में जाओगे तो उसने ऑटोमेटिकली आपका वेयरहाउस का भी ऐड कर दिया होगा। अभी मुझे इसका पीवर्ड बनाया, तो आई जस्ट एग्जिट फ्रॉम हियर एंड जस्ट क्लोज एंड लोड टू। लोड टू व्हाट, आई वांट टू ऐड अ पिवट टेबल। मुझे चाहिए उसमें से वेयरहाउस, प्रोडक्ट और रेवेन्यू। तो मेरे पास दोनों वेयरहाउस का मिलके प्रोडक्ट पूरा क्या हुआ है वो आ गया। मुझे सिर्फ इसमें से टाइम स्लाइस ऐड करना है और टाइमलाइन ऐड करना है। डेट का, फिर ऐड कर दिया कि क्वार्टर वाइज। तो आप क्वार्टर में जाके देखेंगे तो ये डायनामिक हो जाएगा आपका डेटा। तो सिंपल चीज़ है जो मैंने ऐसे ही ऐड किया है। अभी मैं एक और चीज़ जाके अगर ऐड कर देता हूँ यहाँ पे, सब अभी सिर्फ चेंज दिखने के लिए। ओवरऑल रेवेन्यू अगर हमारा है ऑल क्वार्टर्स का, मिलियन, मैंने सिर्फ सपोज एक ऐड कर दिया। बड़ा फिगर, और मैं रिफ्रेश कर रहा हूँ, देखेंगे हमारा डेटा पूरा अपडेटेड हो गया है। तो आपका जैसे ही ये टेबल्स अपडेट होंगे, आपका पिवोट टेबल वैसे ही रिफ्रेश करने पे अपडेट होता जाएगा। तो अगर आपका कुछ रिपोर्ट से जो मल्टीपल शीट्स या टेबल से आ रहा है, इस बेसिस पे आप उसको कंबाइन करके एक लॉजिकल रिपोर्ट बना के रख सकते हो, प्रेजेंटेशन बेस्ड ऑन क्लाइंट का रिक्वायरमेंट, या आपके खुद के रेफरेंस के लिए आपको कुछ चाहिए तो आप बना के रख सकते हो। और मल्टी शीट प्रिंटिंग मैं बता देता हूँ, आई यूज इट अ लॉट। आप श्योर आप लोग भी यूज कर रहे होंगे, विच इज नथिंग बट हमारे अलग अलग उसमें होते हैं फाइनेंशियल्स में। सो वी जस्ट क्लिक मल्टीपल शीट्स एंड इफ यू से कंट्रोल पी, तो सारे शीट्स को एक साथ ले लेगा। अगर सपोज हमारा पेनल बैलेंस शीट और शेड्यूल्स अलग अलग शीट्स में ले लेता है, अगर आप पेज सेटअप भी करते हो तो वो रेफरेंसिंग एंड एवरीथिंग वो सब पे ऐड कर देगा, सारे शीट्स पे। तो हम कुछ भी फॉर्मेटिंग विच मल्टीपल शीट्स में हमें करना है फॉर प्रिंटिंग ऑल्सो आप एक साथ कर सकते हो। ये बेसिकली मुझे बताना था। नेमिंग अ शीट शॉर्टकट इज Alt OHR, आप रीनेम कर सकते हो। डिलीटिंग शीट इज Alt L। तो बहुत सारे शॉर्टकट्स है एक्सेल में, आपको फास्ट आपको काम करना है तो आपको शॉर्टकट्स लर्न करने पड़ेंगे। आप जितना शॉर्टकट्स और जितना माउस से ज़्यादा कीबोर्ड यूज़ करोगे एक्सेल में, उतना फास्ट आप काम कर सकते हो। बेसिकली मेरी तरफ से इतना ही था, और आपको कुछ पूछना है तो आप पूछ सकते हो। भाई।
Praful, hi. हेलो।
हाँ बोलिए ना।
प्रफुल्ल, अमित हियर। तो मैंने एक्चुअली एक Q&A में क्वेरी डाला है। बेसिकली इट इज कि ये मंथ का जो आपने फॉर्मूला बताया, उसमें अगर ओनली मंथ अगर हमें लेना है तो वो कैसे, मंथ या ईयर? बिकॉज उसमें अभी हम लोग ने देखा कि नंबर आता है, तो मंथ डैश ईयर वगैरह ऐसे कैसे? अभी जैसे इसमें 4 आ रहा है, तो कैन वी सी अप्रैल और अप्रैल 22 लाइक दैट?
हाँ अप्रैल, इसी ये मंथ का नंबर इस आपको देगा। व्हाट यू कैन डू इज ऐड अ डेटाबेस एंड लिंक दैट विद अ VLOOKUP। तो आपको अप्रैल मंथ और उसको आप कर, फिर यहाँ पे या तो आप ऐसे भी कर सकते हो, आप इसको concatenate करके यूज कर सकते हो। व्हाट आई यूज ऑलवेज इज एज अ concatenate। प्रेजेंटेशन वाइज ऐसा लेता है।
गॉट इट।
मेरे पास डेटा रहता है, सो आई जस्ट से 4, तो 1 से लेके 12 तक आई विल डिफाइन अप्रैल मई जून। You can just say here, you can merge two things, look up month, तो डेटा रह जाएगा। अभी एनए आ रहा है इसलिए मैं डेटा डाल देता हूँ इधर। month आ जाएगा तो.
Okay. And thanks. This will help. And another was on the macro. So all the while it gets recorded, if we do any kind of formatting, so वो भी record
Formatting
करता
also
है
get
क्या?
recorded. Everything.
Okay. Okay.
But वही cell reference का importance होता है उसमें.
अच्छा. And you're saying कि use keyboard, तो mouse से अगर करेंगे तो it will not record, is it?
तो माउस से क्या होगा, अगर मैं माउस से डेटा सेलेक्ट करता हूँ अगर, तो क्या करेगा वो A2 में जाके H3 तक ही सेलेक्ट करेगा. अगर सपोज नेक्स्ट मंथ में 4 तक डेटा है तो माउस का क्लिक वो उसको सिर्फ H3 तक ही याद रहेगा. If I use say keyboard, if I say just shift control shift and ये एरो की से मैं जाऊंगा तो जितना लास्ट तक डेटा रहेगा उतना ले लेगा वो.
Okay. Okay. Got
उसको वो
it.
याद रहता है. माउस से उतना याद नहीं रखेगा, जितना डेटा एंड था वही एंड हमेशा उतना ही पकड़ेगा.
Okay. Thanks. This helps. Thank you.
So we have
I see hand raised. So Ami is having some question.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Ami will speak now.
I just have one doubt. This trim function which was explained, is it restricted only for removing spaces or any other commas or at the rate also will be supported?
Address and all this, it will be only extra spaces.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Macros are related to your workbook. Rohit has given the answer also. Amit, another way of using. We look up wherein data is not matching. Example, table 49 is not there and table name is not proper. What is the exact question, Rohan? We unmute Rohan.
Working it out system.
Yes, Rohan, you can speak now.
For example, in one table, name is ABC, and in another table, the name is only AB. It is referring to that ABC. Will not work unless you clean up the data or you just pick up the using say left function. If you say the names are unique or some, it's just a unique numbers, then you can do it. You're saying the data should be the same. For working of any VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP or XLOOKUP, unless you're not looking for an exact match. For exact match, you should have one column which is exactly matching in other. There has to be a reference.
Sir, one query I have.
Hmm.
Suppose we have prepared quarterly financials and we have got 4 financials of each quarter. And now at the end of the year, if you want to merge all the quarters, how can we do it? If the data structure is the same, the columns, the naming is everything is same. How can we add all the 4 quarters into one financial.
सी अगर आपको पहले से पता था आपको फॉर्मेट वैसे रखना पड़ेगा.
But assuming the format is kept in the right way, all the columns are having the same name.
डेटा
particular
पिकअप
name,
करना
previous
है
pickup.
या डेटा अगर पिकअप करना है देन यू कैन मतलब सी मैक्रो रन करके मतलब बिकॉज जस्ट 4 क्वार्टर्स तो मैक्रो रन करके भी आपको फायदा नहीं होगा. पर अगर सेम चीज है आप समिफ या वीलुकअप यूज कर सकते हो अगर यूनिक तरह से नाम दिया हुआ है तो. बस 4 शीट्स है 4 अलग अलग शीट्स में फाइनेंशियल्स है जिनका फर्स्ट कॉलम सेम है.
Yes.
तो फर्स्ट कॉलम पे मैं वीलुकअप मारूंगा अलग अलग शीट्स पे.
मौजूद है अच्छा.
तो वो अलग अलग शीट का पिकअप करके मुझे टोटल करना पड़ेगा. वो आप कर सकते हो.
Very safe.
So far, Vipul bhai, let me just check it up. If Vipul is available online. Vipul bhai, are you there?
Yeah.
Yes, Raju bhai.
I think there are 2 more queries. It looks like
There are few more queries there.
you can continue. Then.
Take it ahead, Raju bhai, please.
They are audible.
There's some network issue at my end. You please
Okay,
take it
okay.
ahead.
Yeah.
Very already.
So there's been a query.
Yeah.
The query is how to use VLOOKUP wherein data is not matching.
नहीं रोहन ने कभी सॉल्व नहीं किया.
Example in table.
That वो
full
भी रोहन
name
से
is
बात
there.
किया.
रोहन से बात हो गया सर.
राजीव भाई ऑलरेडी
Yeah, it's done.
रोहित का क्वेरी सॉल्व हुआ है हो गया.
Okay.
या आई थिंक सो क्वेरी सॉल्व हो चुका है सर.
Yeah.
अच्छा, we have a recorded macro in one machine, but the same macros is not working in another machine. तो macros कॉपी क्लिक करोगे तो सेटअप हो जाता है.
मैक्रो इज फाइल बेस्ड तो आप वो फाइल वो मशीन पे लेके जाएंगे तो रन होगा.
यस करेक्ट.
Okay.
Q&A में तो इतना ही क्वेरी था सर.
टेक्निक इसको पूछना है तो.
So far, no queries are there.
Anyone wants to have any query?
If anyone wants to have any queries, please you can unmute yourself and ask. Not a problem. I think members are done with their queries, and all their queries are sorted out now. Great. Do we consider members? Do we consider that all your queries are sorted? Because we are also, since we have started late, so we have some time that in case if anyone wants to have any queries or get it sorted out, you can please unmute yourself and ask directly. There's one query that yes, Poonam shared asked, can we get access of recording? Yes, we will share this recording. I think yes, all queries are sorted. It's very nice to hear you and learn many things, many new things that we have learned today. Raju bhai?
Yeah, very true.
Actually, it's been a very interactive session today. with all the members, and it was really nice learning because Excel is a part of our life nowadays. And with us, all the entire day we are doing some data crunching, and unless until we are good at Excel, it's very difficult to run the show. And as you have rightly said, Praful bhai, yes, all these advanced techniques we all need to be aware of and learn so that we can save our time and deliver the best.
Yes.
So thank you very much.
Thank
Raju,
you.
any closing remarks that you would like to put?
Yeah, the session. You can continue, Gopal.
So thank you, Praful bhai, and all the participants. Firstly, we apologize on behalf of Kalyan CP. We'll apologize for starting the session delayed today because today while we are starting there are some technical snags. So we had to redo the joining link. So we apologize on behalf of Kalyan CP that we took your time. But yes, Praful bhai has taken the entire session quite very good and is covered up very nicely, and we are able to conclude the session much in time. And Praful bhai, yes, with his great knowledge, he has shared a very good knowledge with all of us. And it was really nice listening to you, Praful bhai. And with these formulas that you have shown and you explained so very nicely and lucidly, that it will definitely going to help all of us for our sessions and working for all times to come. So with heartily thank you, Praful bhai, for the bottom of our heart and all on behalf of all the members for sparing your valuable time and sharing your knowledge with all of us.
Thanks for inviting. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you on behalf of everyone. We welcome you with an applause. So, and friends, with this we are formally concluding the session. But just before that, we thank you all of you for being with us on this virtual seminar. Tomorrow also, because Kalyan CP is now giving back-to-back seminars for the benefit and advantage of all the members. So that because last week also we took a session. Today is another session that we have been taking virtual mode. We have been taking this session particularly in March, and that in a virtual mode, so that we are considering and knowing of the fact that yes, all will be busy in March ending session, and no one would be having much of time to attend practical sessions. So with this thought, we at Kalyan CP have taken thought of taking all virtual sessions. So this is the second. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Utkarsh Mehta wants to say something.
Utkarsh bhai,
I
please.
think he has a query. Yeah.
Yes, please.
You can speak, Utkarsh bhai. He wants to know uses of Power Query in brief, sir.
Power Query is still new for me. So in detail, Power Query is more of MS Access, if anyone remembers, where we can put a lot of other things also. And Power Query is, and if your bigger use is of Power BI. तो अगर आप कोई Power BI कर रहा है तो Power BI का जो इंटरफेस है वो Power Query का ही है. सो इसका अपन जो करते हैं उसका वो नेक्स्ट लेवल में जाता है, तो वो एकदम हाई लेवल डेटा अगर आपको एनालिसिस करना है तो उसमें जाता है वो, जहाँ तक मुझे आइडिया है.
Is your query solved, or you would like to have some more idea on this?
I think we can conclude the session.
So Praful bhai, does it imply that all of us should be using the latest version of Excel? Because I just saw that his XLOOKUP is not working on my PC, so I could not actually go through it.
No, MS Microsoft 365, if you can subscribe that, you can take that.
So it's suggested that yes, yeah, please tell.
नहीं, अब आपके खुद के लिए ले सकते हैं, तो बिजनेस वाला जो वर्जन अवेलेबल है वो थोड़ा कॉस्टली रहता है, तो फैमिली वाला एक वर्जन है विच यू गेट 6 लाइसेंसेस और आप वो यूज कर सकते हो. एंड वन ड्राइव का स्पेस भी मिलता है उसमें.
ओके, दैट्स गुड.
क्योंकि ये सब अवेलेबल.
हाँ, क्योंकि लेटेस्ट फॉर्मूला तभी तो अवेलेबल कर पाएंगे, यूज कर पाएंगे, दैट विल सेव टाइम.
Right channel.
Exactly. So with this, sir, thank you very much once again. And members, we are having another session, back-to-back session, the third session in the series on Ind AS. So that will be there again virtually tomorrow morning, 11 to 1. So we all request you on behalf of Kalyan CP to join for this virtual session tomorrow being a Sunday. Maybe we have chosen the time in the morning so that all of you can attend and also get updated on this session of Ind AS. This session on Ind AS is also a mandatory topic. It's mandatory for all of us to attend as per the guidelines of the ICA. So all of you are requested to please enroll for tomorrow's session too, because we had a very good response for today's session. And as actually the session was and Praful Bhai's knowledge was, he has delivered to the satisfaction of everyone. So thank you everyone. We formally conclude the session today. Thank you, Praful Bhai, for sparing your valuable time and knowledge with us. Thank you. Thank you everyone. We formally conclude this session.
Thank you.